Hey everybody, it's Saturday afternoon. That means it is time for a surprise unboxing. And if it's a surprise to you, it's a surprise to me. I wasn't expecting to do it today. Boy, my hair looks super weird. Anyway, hit the like button while I play the little intro video, and then I'm going to show you stuff that we just got. First things first, can everybody hear me okay? I know I often have sound issues when it's not Thursday night. I don't know why that is. On Thursday night, things seem to be fine. But normally when I'm at the doing anything non-Thursday night, there are sound issues. So check off in the comments and let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? That would be helpful. So what to show off? Boy, we picked up all kinds of stuff today. A lot of different things. We got toys, we got comics, we got magazines, we got fanzines, we got movie posters. If you need a copy of the Empire Strikes Back movie poster, we got that. We got multiple. Okay, so everybody's saying they can hear me loud and clear. That's awesome. Dead Point Overland. That I don't think we have met yet, or if we have not by that name. Thanks for joining. Thanks for letting us know. Michael Floyd, all the way up in Ohio. Good to see you, sir. Dwayne, thank you. Appreciate that. So if you guys want to see what I got, it's everything. What should we start with? We got a bunch of old comics, a lot of 1950s stuff, which means lots of Disney, lots of Looney Tunes, lots of Woody the Woodpecker, lots of young romance, teens in love, all that stuff. Which was very big. There's a lot of other stuff too. There's a lot of that, and a lot of it's in pretty good shape. You get Bugs Bunny, and this is from 1952. No idea who Uncle Buckskin is, but apparently a relative of Bugs Bunny. Which is Michael, do we have to hunker down for the storm? No, we're well north of what should be that. We'll probably get some rain a day or two after it passes through everywhere else, but we're probably going to be pretty clear on the weather. We got Mr. Boing Boing, which is a good Mr. Magoo book for anybody who actually remembers Mr. Magoo, which is fun stuff. This cover of this Disney book is hilarious. Huey, Dewey, and Louie are at it again. Uncle Donald's about to get a wake-up call he does not want. But that's just fun stuff. What can you say? We got Goofy about to shoot a cactus for some reason, and the horse is like, no, please don't do that. This is phenomenal. We got old world war books. The old war books are really taking off here lately. I got some cool stuff like Navy Action. Dudes attacking a Russian submarine, because that's cool. We got Combat Kelly with all the impact of an exploding grenade. Dude, Combat Kelly, that is some good stuff. That is awesome. I agree, Michael. I love these old covers too. This is fun stuff, and it makes me happy. Let's see. We got old GI Combat, which is good stuff. Not G.I. Joe, so it's not that cool, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. G.I. Combat number 24 from 1955. Good stuff. We got Apache Kid. This is an Atlas book. This is a pre-Marvel Atlas. This is also 1955. Super cool. Now, apparently this is not intended for girls, because this is just boys. Illustrated stories. We got some old horror books here. This Atlas horror from the 50s. Again, Atlas is the predecessor to Marvel. Sort of. It's a weird twisted tale between Atlas and, let's see, Menace. 1953. This is volume 1, number 2. So this is Menace number 2 from 1953. It's beat up. I'm barely holding together, but she's all there. One head too many. I mean, how many is too many? It's a good question. I've always wanted to know. Save me the Apache Kid. You got it. We got to, now we get into some of. Okay, we got crime does not pay. And apparently, you got to be a good shot because look, those guys are. That's dangerous. Look at this, Peter Pan, y'all. It's not in great shape, but it's in pretty darn good shape for a book that's been sitting in an attic for God knows how long. This is 1952. 1952. Almost 70 years. We got some more boy illustories. If you were ever a boy. We got some Two-Fisted Tales. War and fighting. They just sell it to the boys like it is. It's war and fighting, men. Let's see. This one is number 24 from 1951. So, 70-year-old comic. Now we have Plastic Man. Hey, Ryan Williams in the house. How you doing, Ryan? Good to see you, sir. I see you're on Team Facebook today, when the timing doesn't matter. We got Plastic Man, number 50. This is the first appearance of Iron Fist. Different Iron Fist. It's a Russian dude. But how dumb is it to punch Plastic Man? It's not going to hurt him. It's just going to bounce back. Now, for those of you who don't know, when the Comics Code Authority came into existence after the section of the innocent, and it was decided that comics were just terrible and they were destroying the moral fiber of the country, EC, who published all the great horror comics back in the day, the only thing they had left was Mad Magazine. And this is Mad Magazine number 7 from 1952, I believe, 53. But look at that. Mad Magazine number 7. Phenomenal. And still funny. They're following the pretty girl, but all they're looking at is her footprints. That's the kind of content I've been waiting for. We do this every now and again. Good to see you, Nate. The one true Zachary. Todd, how you doing, man? Hey, you guys, singular. This one's not a big dollar book, but this is super cool because this is House of Secrets number 5. Number 5. And it's all about a dude who shaved his head because what would drive a man to such a thing? Why? Why would you do it? You want to know about the whole clone saga that kicked off in the 90s? It all owes back to Amazing Spider-Man number 149, the first appearance of the clone, which we have right here. So there you go. That's good stuff. You want it's not in great shape. It's beat to death. But you want your very first appearance of Spider-Woman ever? We got it. There she is. Boy, did they make a good move when they changed her costume to let her hair out instead of in. Now, this book is superlative and extremely cool and makes me very happy. This is Submariner number 41 from Atlas Comics in 1955. It was the last issue of the series was number 42. So this is the penultimate issue of that series. And I'll be honest with you guys, this is the first time I've ever seen a 1950s Submariner book and held it in my hands. This is the first time. It does have a page in it that is torn all the way through, and it separates, but it is still in here, so it is a complete book. And it presents very nicely. Look at that. Submariner 41 from 1955. No longer fighting the Nazis. He's fighting the Reds. And they're trying to trap the destroyer between two icebergs because that sounds like a very Soviet way of destroying a ship. In Soviet Russia, we destroy ship with icebergs. We smash. You're here for the comedy. Justice League number 19. The Justice League gets banished and kicked off of Earth because they done bad. Green Lantern number 40, the first appearance of Kronos, and also the first appearance of Alan Scott in the Silver Age. Got a little penmanship on there, which is unfortunate. But look at this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Golden Age Cap, or Golden Age Subby, almost as good as Golden Age Cap. I agree. It's not quite there, but almost. Um, yeah, nice looking book. It is a gorgeous book. It makes me super happy. Um, we got an old Detective Comics number 377. Again, not a big book, but it's a good Riddler appearance. And I hear that Riddler's going to be in an upcoming movie. Captain Atom. That's the first appearance of Punch and Julie. Because why not? It's also got Steve Ditko art. And it's an early Blue Beetle appearance. Now, I'm going to save these for a little bit later. We'll come back around to comics. We'll come back around to slabs. Y'all strap in because we got a lot of stuff here to show off. Hey, Josh Stouffer. Good to see you, sir. That Submariner is a gorgeous looking book. I absolutely agree. Now, we got toys. We got action figures like the Comet. And this is from the Archie series when they tried to start up their superhero universe, and the only one that anybody cared about was the Shield, which was their Captain America knockoff. It's okay. You can watch on YouTube. There's no hurry to get your comments in before everybody else, unless you turn this into a claim sale. Which I haven't priced this stuff, most of it. So, I mean, we literally just got it today. But anyway, you got an action figure from an obscure comic book toy line, or a universe, superhero universe. And you can see the other characters on the back. The Shield, again, is the only one anybody really knows about or cares about from that. But then you got the bad guys, like the Sting, the Buzzard, the Eraser, and the Brain Emperor. The Brain Emperor, you guys. Come on, camera. Look at that. The Brain Emperor. Who thought that up and said, you know what? That's a great name for a villain. His mother didn't name him that. Now, if you're a fan of old E.T., this, by the way, was sold at the Lakeland Mall for $3.69 back in the day when this thing came out. That's been a minute. We have an E.T. in drag, as we like to call them, an in-action figure because it doesn't move. But it's still on the card. And that had an old Toys R Us sticker on it, so you know that's old and legit. And that is a 97, if it will focus. It will not focus. That's a 97-cent original sticker on that. We have such diverse stuff. We have a knockoff of E.T. This is Finger Guns E.T., the visitor from outer space. Elliot, phone home. Yeah, it's a knockoff. 0 points of articulation. That's exactly correct. That's a feature. There is stuff in here like Tarzan and the Jewels of Opar by Edgar Rice Burroughs from 1918. Incredible. 1918. April 1918. Here it is. Here they are. Guys, this is amazing, okay? These are called, and I'll show you the front and the back. These are called voiceographs. This is from World War II. A company that sold razor blades went around the country with a bus that was like a mobile recording studio. And you could record a voicemail to your loved one and send it to your soldier fighting overseas, where they could hear your voice on a record. I don't know what's on here. I have no idea. They are recorded, so these are not blanks. These have been recorded on. They've got the numbers written on them, as you can see here in the little box to the right of the hole. So these are recorded. This is somebody's voicemail to their loved one overseas in World War II. There's two of them. In the front, you see it's got it's got a nice ad for the razor blade people, but it was something free that they did. And that's amazing. It's amazing. So cool. So cool. Can you imagine back then what it must have been like? Let's see. Who else has joined us? Doug Casey. Man, I haven't seen you forever. Miss you, brother. Jay Thornton has joined us. Yeah, the ET came off the same line. That's about right. That's about right. We've got a Michael Jackson figure still in the box, and it's the what you call it, the Thriller through the night. Yeah, superstar of the 80s. We got that. We've also got an Elvis. He's a little bit older. I'm not even sure what to make of this, and the guy said this has never worked. He's had this for 40 years. This is a UFO game. The Super Blowing Ball series of UFOs. He said this has never worked. But you know what? It was in the collection when we got it, so there it is. If you need a Michael Jackson action figure, we've got one. You just didn't know you needed it. Guys, there's several model trains, Russian trains. There's an airship. There's an old, there's a lot of tin toys here. An old rocket ship. And this is a rocket ship that is designed to be adaptable to be the TWA rocket ship from Disney's Tomorrowland back in the day when Disneyland was built in 1955. So this is designed to a little retrofit, and you can turn this into that if you are so inclined. Still in the box, still in the protective wrap, all that stuff. But the one that's really cool to me, because I think this is just super cool, as far as these old tin toys. There we go. Look at the face. Ooh. This was in this box. If you can't read it, that's because that's Russian. The instructions are Russian. It has a key that comes separate, like so. But you wind it up. That's just awesome. Also guaranteed to drive your cat insane. I just made that last part up, but I bet you it would. Your cat would be like, what is this noise and why is this bothering me? Make it go away. So that, still in the box. I just almost dropped it. That would have been bad news. Just put the key back in there so that stays with it. Okay, what else have we got? Toys for days. We got plates. Disney plate from 1986. Probably full of cadmium, which is really good for you. Here's the one from 1985. One of 5,000. Says so on the back. Pretty cool. I dig it. Bit of a Disney nut, so as y'all know. Okay, so that's some of the toys. That's not all the toys by any means, but that's some of the toys. We got more. And I'm not even getting into the magazines and the fanzines and all that stuff because there was a bunch of that. So let's see. What are some of the cooler comics we got in today? Ryan, I don't know if you're missing. We got a couple. You're probably not. I think we've got these on the shelf already. But ASM number 35, ASM 56, ASM 64. This is in really good shape. It's out of order, though. Why is it out of order? That's going to bug me. ASM 59, first appearance of Mary Jane on a cover, which is pretty sweet. Tomb of Dracula number 12. That's their second appearance of Blade. I know. I wanted a number 10 too. Wasn't in there. Would have made me happy. Avengers number 59. Again, in great shape. That's the first Yellow Jacket. Pretty cool. One Tots, you're asking us something number 1, but I don't know what you were talking about. Don't know. I missed that. I was too busy going through all this stuff. Let's see what else we got here. Iron Man number 4, first appearance of Unicorn. Not that anyone cares. Thor number 162, a great Galactus story. Galactus a Borning. Justice League of America number 64, Red Tornado. Red Tornado. Red Tornado. We have Avengers number 684, your first appearance of Immortal Hulk. For anybody who watches our videos regularly on Tuesdays and you see the giant Hulk poster behind it, it is that image right there by Mark Brooks, and it's beautiful. Now, this has painter's tape on it for some reason, which is surprisingly, that's not painter's tape, I guess. It looks like it. Texture. I'm going to put this in a new bag and board, obviously. But it's X-Men number 4, so your first Omega Red that people are losing their mind about for some reason. We got Demon number 2. We got Avengers number 112. We got, now on the wall, we have an Avengers 169, which is a CGC graded 6.5, I think, 7, maybe, I don't know. It's been a lot of books lately, but here's a 170. So after it switched to Doctor Strange from Strange Tales, we got the first 2 issues. Here's a surprise one for you. If you can't afford a Marvel Spotlight number 5, which is the first appearance of Ghost Rider, can you afford a Marvel Spotlight number 2, which is his second appearance? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't checked yet. Because this stuff is going nuts. A fantastic Jim Steranko cover. That Cap 109 cover, one of my all-time favorite covers. It's beautiful. We have Venture into Fear, the man called Morbius and the living vampire, the first time Morbius and Blade ever fight. There it is. We have a bunch of Civil War. Who cares? I mean, good stuff, but it's not going to make anybody excited. We're here for the old stuff, right? Let's see what else we got here. Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man and the Human Torch against Morbius. Anybody know if some guy named Morbius is going to be in a movie? We have an X-Men king-size special, so it's essentially the first annual. And guys, when I say this is in good shape, that is in, I mean, it's not perfect by any means. It's not a near mint, but it is in surprisingly good shape. That's pretty good. We got 2001: A Space Odyssey, because who's not excited about that? Hey, hang on a minute. I just saw somebody pop in here. We got Panda! What's happening, Panda? We do not have a Marvel Spotlight number 5. I wish we did, but we just got in number 6. So, not the same, not as good, but cool, you know. We got Miss Marvel number 1. Classic cover. What's not to love? We got a Kazar and Man Thing, just because why not? We got a Machine Man number 1 or 19. We have a Machine Man number 1 in here too. We have a What If number 1. Number 1. There's your first What If. We got Nick Fury. We got the second appearance of Darkseid. Darkseid in the house. We got some Watchmen. We got some Kirby Sandman. We got some other stuff. Let's see what else we got. We got the Wolverine Origin series, which was awesome. Don't get me wrong. We've got that. For anybody who wants to relive the 80s in a really glorifying way, we have Shogun Warriors. Shogun Warriors. Very good. Excellent movie. Good comic. Ah, Panda, no, I missed that. I don't know why I haven't seen your show. I need to pull that and go dig that up because that's awesome. I'm glad that you did that. I just missed it. See, what are you doing here? I don't know if what was I telling you about Kazar. Maybe I talk a lot, so I may not remember things. Forgive me if I forgot something I should have remembered. One of the most disturbing covers of all comic book history is OMAC One Man Army. What is happening? What is going on? That is disturbing, and I have never liked it. It creeps me out to look at it, so I'm making you look at it so you can also be creeped out. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Richard Dragon, Kung Fu Fighter. This was DC's answer to Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. We got a little Typhoid Mary and Daredevil. We got Avengers 125. Little thing featuring a little guy named Thanos. Got a Spawn number 9 with some Angela. We got a Birds of Prey, because that's awesome. Some folks might recognize that a little bit. That's a good one. This is the intro to Damian Wayne, the new Robin, all that stuff. Dude, yes, I do need your email. Adrian, Panda, brother, shoot me an email at Haven Comics etc, as in Haven Comics etc, at gmail.com. So Haven Comics etc at gmail.com. We will get hooked up, brother. Any Golden or Silver Age Wonder Woman, not in this collection that we got today. We do have some Silver Age Wonder Woman in the store, though. Not much, but we do have a few Silver Age Wonder Woman books. Let's see what else we got here. Batman, Action Comics, Wolverine, some variant covers, some sketch covers. We had the Captain America 109 earlier. There's Captain America 112. Here's Captain America 113 with that gorgeous Steranko cover again, because that's awesome. Yeah, appreciate it, Megan. Come by anytime. We're happy to see you. You want your first appearance of Bane, or your not first appearance, but you want your Vengeance of Bane. That's a pretty good book to have. It's a newer take on it's the Charlie Houston Moon Knight, but that was a good run. The gorgeous David Finch cover, that makes me happy. Let's see what else we got. Some Batman. Here we go. We got us a Shazam number 1. It's not the Captain Marvel from way back, but that's Shazam number 1. Good book. And again, the condition on these are in pretty darn good shape. Y'all haven't heard, but White Tiger is coming pretty soon to MCU, everybody thinks. And so there's your first White Tiger right there. Not a whole lot more left in here, but we'll flip through real quick. If you want to get in on the new Boy Wonder, there's your new Robin right there from back in the day. Daredevil number 18, again in really good shape. Got you some Death in the Family here. Looks like all 3. Well, maybe no. Doesn't look like all the parts. That's unfortunate. To go nicely with that first appearance we just got, here is her in her better costume. Spider-Woman number 1. We got us. I'm going to really betray myself, and Owen is going to kick my tail. Because it's a DC book from the time when I was not reading much DC at all. But that's a book with a lot of first appearances in it, and I just don't remember who they all are, so I feel bad about it. So I'm just going to continue to feel guilt. I feel guilt. The Rocket Raccoon #1, because you got to have that. Here's a Batman with, oh, who is the Red Hood? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Could it be? It is. That's terrible. All right, last stack out of here, and then we'll hit the couple of slabs that we got today. We don't have a ton, but we got a few. There's your Batman 608. So there's your Jim Lee kicking off the Hush story. Let's see. More Tomb of Dracula's. There's you a X-Men 102. X-Men 104. Avengers 134. The long-awaited origin of the Vision. So there you go. If you wanted to know, now you can. X-Men or Avengers 135. So I don't want to knock these all off here. Daredevil 132, the second appearance of Bullseye. Showcase number 73. It's your first appearance of the Creeper. Also known as What If the Joker Dressed Like Kraven the Hunter? And that's how I always think of him, right? Let's see. We got Marvel team up with Spider-Man and the X-Men. Again, that's in fantastic shape. We got Doom Patrol. We got Champions #1, y'all. Champions. We are the champions, my friend. And we'll be together to the end. It's her statement. Team up Spider-Man, Mockingbird. More stuff. Grant covers. Here's a Daredevil 25, your first appearance of Elektra as Daredevil. That's a recent book, but a good one to have. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Transformers #1 of 4, which turned out to be 84 issues or 80 issues. But there's your Transformers #1, which again looks to be in pretty darn good shape. Got some Superman, got some 52 for some reason. We got Logan's Run #6, which is your first appearance, or your first, of all things, who would have ever thought, your first Thanos solo appearance is in a short story at the back of this book. Who would have thought? But there it is. Random Wolverine #55, or 66 rather, your first appearance of Old Man Logan. That was a really good story too. Old Batman and Superboy, or Superman and Superboy. Old Jack Kirby, Devil Dinosaur. Double Dinosaur. Can't have too many of those. Let's see. We got Daughters of the Dragon. Jade, that's Power Man and Iron Fist. We got more Power Man and Iron Fist, which is the second and third appearances of Sabretooth. Is in this book. We got Thief of Thieves. All new Wolverine #1 if you need that. And then we have this little book that introduced Impulse, and which led to Young Justice. So we got all that stuff. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff that we just had come in today. I haven't even gotten to the slabs yet. Again, we don't have a lot of slabs, but we got a couple, and they're pretty good. I'm going to try and put these back in a box to make some room, because there ain't no room in front of me right now. It's all cluttered up. It's been a busy day. Very, very busy day. Can I see the Nick Fury? I've got several of them in here, so you have to let me know which one you're wanting. But yeah, I've got several Nick Furies in here. Just as I have several E.T. action figures, one legit and one not so much. Let's see. Okay. This pack of books. All right. So. I do actually sing for serious, and I'll be going up to Boston here in a couple of weeks to sing in Cathedral in Boston. So, Done tuis requiem, et lux aeterno. I just bought myself with Young Avengers #1 Director's Cut CGC 9.8 because that's awesome. That's a beautiful thing. That's the good stuff. I have got X-Men 118 CGC 8.5 yellow label signature series. Signed by Chris Claremont and Stan Lee. So we got that. Yeah, we got that. Yeah. I got The Last Ronin #1, the Ash Can edition. Well, that glare is really bad. Let me move that over. There you go. You can see the artwork anyway. That's just terrible. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know how to... Terrible. Just terrible. Anyway, Last Ronin. It's the Ash Can edition. Not every store got one. We didn't get one. But it came out before, and so this actually has the artwork that was by the previous team before they switched it. Anyway, Last Ronin, Ash Can edition, CGC 9.4. That's pretty cool. And then we got this. Now, it's a PGX, so I'm automatically like, well, I don't know how I feel about that. Actually, I know how I feel about it. I don't like it. I don't love it. And it's got some issues. It does look like somebody laid a piece of bacon across there. I'm assuming it was a piece of tape probably on the inside, but it has turned part of the inside. Like you can see it from the front. It's super weird. So it's only graded a 1.8. And it is PGX, so take that for what it's worth. But it is a Justice League of America #1. Y'all, that is a Justice League of America #1. And that's pretty awesome. What can you do? That's the tip of the iceberg of the stuff we got today. That's most of the comics. Let me rephrase. It's most of the comics that were worth showing off. Well, you mentioned that, Jay, and I was thinking along those same lines. So that's entirely possible. I've got a couple other ones in here that may be worth doing that too. Look at that. I feel the same way, brother. It's awesome. I don't know what we think about the same way, but whatever it is, I'm sure that it's excellent stuff. Anyway, we got a whole lot of stuff here. It's super cool. We're going to get it all priced eventually, and we'll all get it put out and for sale. So I just wanted to show off some of this stuff. If there's something in here you saw that you wanted that you're like, hey, I need to know about that, let us know, and we'll make sure that it gets into your hands. Appreciate you guys tuning in on a surprise unboxing video on a Saturday afternoon. I'm glad that you did. Hope everybody has a great week, and we will catch you guys next time. I will talk to y'all later. I will talk to you now. I don't know why it hasn't ended yet. It should have. So this is awkward.